It would be impossible to see everything that happens at the JCC in a given day. The scholarship program is especially difficult to notice, but its impact on our community is immense, reaching far beyond the walls of the J, benefiting people in many different situations.
Well, my situation is that I've got cancer and metastasized, and I need to do physical therapy. And so the JCC was recommended, and that was like the start.
Each year, the JCC provides more than 125 free memberships to out-of-town families with a loved one receiving treatment nearby. The Callahans received one of these memberships, and at first they figured they'd get access to a walking track and not much more.
People who are members here, who are participants, have reached out to befriend me, which I didn't expect at all. I mean, we came here for my husband to exercise. It's added a wonderful dimension of socialness to a time when we might otherwise have been inclined to retreat. Everything that I experience here plugs me into remembering that we were somebody before this event in our life. My husband, the fire chief, thinks about the necessity to keep the doors closed in the stairwells. It just does remind us that we were somebody before we were patients. And for us, that's tremendously important at this point in our life, when it feels like we're kind of sliding into the end. Here is all this positive, happy, upbeat energy, and that's good for us every single day. Our day is improved by the time we've spent here.
This past summer, with the help of Utah Health and Human Rights, 42 children enrolled in the Refugee Scholarship Program from Iraq, Sudan, Somalia, and Democratic Republic of the Congo. Each child received a full scholarship to attend summer camp for a minimum of 2 weeks. But we can't talk about the refugee scholarships without explaining a word you may not be familiar with.
We call it parentification. So very often children come here and no one in the family speaks English. The children, of course, begin going to school and they learn English very quickly. And they learn it faster than the parents, of course. And so what we see is that they start to be the one who answers the phone when the power company calls and says you haven't paid your bill, or they're the one who at the grocery store counts out the money for the mother or the father. They're the one who goes to the parent-teacher conference and becomes the interpreter. They're the one who does all of this stuff that typically a parent would do. So when they go to camp, it's all about them. And they get to be, they get to play, they get to be a child. And it's remarkable when you see the pictures of the kids, because you see smiles on their faces and you see them being a kid and you see them not having to be responsible for taking mom to the emergency room and explaining to the doctor what the symptoms are, or being the one who takes care of the younger children while mom's at work. It's remarkable when you get to see them actually have that opportunity to be a child again. Our partnership with the JCC does make these children really feel like they are part of the community. They really do belong here.
This past year, the J awarded more than $110,000 in financial assistance, allowing 47 children to attend preschool, kindergarten, summer camp, and our after-school programs. And when you support the scholarship program, you can be sure your donation will have a broad and lasting influence.
The scholarship program really benefits everybody. It's not just the child or the person receiving the assistance. But when we surround ourselves with people from other cultures and backgrounds and different economic circumstances, and even children with special needs, it makes us all more aware. When we send out our 3, 4, 5, and maybe even some 10-year-olds, and they've been to preschool or camps here, and they might make a friend that's different than they are, we've just given them the ability to look at life from a different perspective. And that's going to be priceless to all of us. And I get to see the full circle of this. I see children who I've taught and I've got to know, and they come back as parents, as nurturing parents, as successful adults, and leaders in our community. And they oftentimes tell me that their experience here at the JCC is what made them who they are today. And that's so rewarding that they want to share that with their own children. And you know, it's who we've been for a very long time, and it's who we will continue to be for a very long time, no matter what.
Your support is what powers this amazing program. Please give generously so that we can make the JCC experience available to families that may not otherwise be able to afford it.